Can't stop yawning.
All right.
Partner, let's
Shall
keep
we?
on rolling, baby. Put your hands up. Slim Biscuit, yeah.
Shut up.
All right, go. Another cold open in the making.
Oh, I know.
100%.
Yeah.
This podcast is part of the Frederick Podcast Network. Learn more at listenfrederick.com.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Beers in the Lot. Hey, let me take a second to point you to beersinthelot.com. That's where you can find out all the info about the podcast. You can also find our shop there, and most importantly, the link to our Discord. Join our growing hockey community. You can get there at beersinthelot.com/Discord. And in episode 211, the guys and I talked about Daniel and John and I's first time back on the ice in like 2 months. We talked about how our lot is unlike other rink lots. Some unique features of the surrounding area make it interesting. And we also talked about how hockey is the best medicine for stress, for your physical well-being, for your mental and emotional state. It's therapeutic. So let's get to it and crack the beers.
Gentlemen, good
We
evening.
won't get DMCA'd from that, will we?
No,
No.
I could.
That's parody. Or no, it's satire.
Yeah, it's satire. We're fun.
And it wasn't even close.
That's what
There's no way. There's no way the bots will pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine.
So what you drinking tonight, John?
I am drinking a High Noon vodka iced tea, original flavor. So, I have a few left over from the little soiree we did the other week, so finishing them. Aaron, what are you drinking this evening,
Nice.
sir?
I have a Line & Kugel Summer Shandy. Again.
Weird.
And I'm not ashamed. What do you have tonight, Riggs? Nice shirt, by the way.
Yeah, good, nice shirt.
You're twinning.
I actually had mine on earlier today.
Oh, no. It's almost like we go to the same tournaments.
Yeah,
What are you drinking
Weird.
tonight, Riggs?
I have from Cape May Brewing Company in Cape May, New Jersey, a Cape May IPA.
Where's that from again?
Because I was in the brewery desert of South Jersey for kids hockey this weekend, and this was the only like decent beer I could find. Anyway, Danny, what do you have?
I have a Emperor Creamsicle from Treehouse.
The House of the Trees.
Don't
Good
you
stuff.
climb trees, young Daniel?
Oh, it felt so good to skate last night. It's only been 2 months, right? I don't know about you. You say you're not sore? It must be nice. I'm
Yeah,
sore.
I'm not as well. I wasn't as sore as I thought I would be.
My legs are hurting today. John, how did you fare?
I felt fine. I was more just kind of like not used to getting very little sleep on Sunday and then waking up Monday,
Oh.
jacked for my work week. So I was a little sluggish in the morning. Normally, like in season, it's just like my body's just like used to being on like little to no sleep on Sunday. Or if I get sleep, it's just very poor quality. So this morning when I woke up, I was like, ah, geesh, this shit again.
More of
But-
this.
by mid morning, I was 100% fine. But that was the only thing. Like I had like a little soreness actually in my like just my feet, just from skating and just putting my feet in skates a little bit. But that was kind of last night. Nothing this morning or anything. So
I
yeah,
had
back to the
blisters.
grind. You had blisters?
I get blisters if I don't skate for a long time. But now, like not real blisters, but I could feel if I was to skate for another couple hours, I'd have really bad blisters. But they were starting, but they weren't like real blisters.
Well, you don't wear
That's how
socks
they
though,
work.
correct? Or do
I
you wear
don't wear
socks? now?
socks. No, I do not. This
Even
is the
I've
thing, though.
even I've matured. Like I was like, you know what? I think it's time. Maybe it's time for you too, Aaron. It's a point in your
It's
life
not,
you
though.
can grow.
It's not because I won't get them again. Like if
Then
I
you're just being
regularly
churlish.
skate, I don't get blisters. But if I take 2 months off, then I start getting hot spot blisters or whatever.
They make
But
like really thin socks now you could wear. It's fine.
I don't want those though. I need to feel the ice.
You
And
don't feel the
skate.
ice even when you skate. You say that, you have no clue what that means.
Maybe
like
you don't have a
90% of
clue
the
what that means.
No, believe me, I know what it means.
That's it. You just
I don't-
You just
I
sit
don't
up there
do
in your
it.
high tower and judge people for not
That's
liking
right.
things you like. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not going
Yeah.
to change my mind. I'm going to keep skating the way I skate
All right.
because I like it.
It's fine. Just offering. Trying to stick
Yeah,
an olive
you do
branch.
you, Aaron. You do you.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron, it is 2024. You can do whatever you want.
You can do what you want, right? No, it was a good skate though. Had Mikey out, played goal. He did great. We
I mean, wait, don't give him too much credit. We still scored on him, dude. Like, come on.
well, yeah, we
He's a
scored
goalie.
on him, but
He's a goalie.
it's a pickup. Like we scored.
I know.
Scoring
Yeah.
pickup.
I'm just teasing.
The defense is like next to none. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
everybody starts skating when they get the puck or when their side gets the puck.
Wait, people played D last night?
huh?
What?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I know. Yeah,
Like
it's bad all around.
5 rovers.
Yeah. Bunch of Jackie Moon tactics out there. That's what it
we
is.
were a little light. We didn't have many dudes on the bench, so it was kind of yeah. I don't know about you guys, but when I'd change for somebody, there wasn't any like, oh, I'm playing forward or I'm playing D. It's just, are you ready? And the answer is always no. But then you still have to go out anyway because they're like, well, I'm sitting down, so you have to go out anyway, and you don't really know where because they didn't tell you where they came from. Like, it doesn't matter where they were from. You just go out on the ice. Just fill a spot. Just get out there and skate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that's all it is.
It
was fun just
blast
to-
them. It's always fun.
Yeah, it's fun just to skate again, and now that like school's in for pretty much everybody, and there were guys already last night like, oh, when's season start? And after Labor Day, we're gonna kick it off, so which is nice.
Yep.
Because even if we hypothetically started this past week, we have Labor Day, so we'd have to take another break, so we get boned by that. But whatever, it is what it is. So
Yeah. It's coming back though. How many days till hockey season?
well, this time next month, I think like a lot of teams have their first preseason like the 24th or 25th. In between that, some play upwards of like 6 games, some play 3 or 4. So I think like Caps and Pens both play 5, I think. So yeah, I mean it's the guys are already back in town one way or another. Like Danny's boy is doing like charity skates with like ungodly amounts of lifts on his skates and stuff. Anthony Beauvillier. So he's trying to get, in the swing of things. And I know some of the Penguins guys are already in Pittsburgh right now. Like I saw some pictures of Ned skating and Logan Thompson's back in his new Caps gear, which is kind of sick. Eric's not a big fan of it, but I don't mind the stars and stripes on it. It looks all right.
Yeah, let's call it Stars and Stripes, and we'll leave it at that.
Well, that's cool though. It's coming back. We're getting down to it. There's not many days and weeks left until NHL starts back up. That's exciting. Our hockey's coming back. NHL's coming back. All's right with the world, right? Kids are playing.
Nature's
How'd you do
healing.
the tournament over the weekend, Riggs?
Not a tournament. It was the first showcase for us in the Atlantic Hockey Federation Gretzky division.
Oh, the
God.
Gretzky division.
So yeah, I know what the fuck.
Why'd they?
But,
why?
Well, they have a
Just,
Gretzky, they have a Lemieux, there's a McDavid. Instead of just calling
Yeah.
them like
Oh my
a
gosh.
upper A, double A, lower A, whatever, they have names because
It sounds like a high
reasons.
school gym class. Like a
So-
high school gym teacher did the divisions.
yeah. But kids played well. Went 4-0 for the weekend, so That's a good way to
Nice.
start. Yeah,
That's nice.
good way to start.
So I got to ask,
Good stuff.
the hockey, so whatever. I'm not that concerned. We did have conversations offline last week about finding a good Italian deli, and
Yeah, so I didn't really make it to one because our schedule. So here's our schedule. Saturday, 7:45 a.m. and then like 3 p.m.
Oof.
yeah,
So I actually went to a really good because I hit you guys up and said, "Hey, I'm at a diner for breakfast. It's like the best, right?
yeah,
Old school diner in Jersey.
good dirty spoon,
Like just so good, right? Meadows Diner in the Blackwood, New Jersey area, if anybody's interested. Great spot. Awesome. Great for breakfast. I'm sure their other foods are great too, but like breakfast was like top notch and service was excellent. You know, old school diner, like wait staff fucks with you a little bit and you can, kind of rib each other and stuff. It was good.
As the people in Jersey say, they're just breaking balls. It's
Yeah,
totally cool.
just breaking balls.
Just breaking
So
balls.
yeah, so after the early game, went there and then went back to the motel and not a hotel, motel. That's all I'm gonna say about that because there's some stuff, but then kind of rested through the afternoon and then went to the afternoon game and then it was dinner time. So, we went to there was like the sports bar across the street from where we were staying called Skeeter's Pub, which I also told you guys about in Discord. Excellent spot. Great patio area. Had their wings, probably some of the best wings I've had in a long time. Had a ghost pepper bacon and avocado burger.
Ooh.
That is one of the best burgers I've had ever.
Sounds delicious.
Ever. So good. So good. So that place was great. Like super solid.
Nice.
And their beers were actually pretty cheap. They were like $6 or $7, $8 depending on what you got. Which for a bar is
Yeah,
not
that's
bad.
That's
Not
nice.
bad.
Yeah. So yeah, good spot. But yeah, I had looked up some of the Italian delis that were in the area. I had a list. Didn't really drive by any of them either when we were going back and forth. So just didn't make it over there. But we had a time regardless. It was good. Yeah.
Times were had by all. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. Can always count on you to find the good spots.
Yes. Well, and so I had Meadows Diner and Skeeter's Pub were on my list going up. So I already knew, like, okay, these are options. And you know how I do it. A couple weeks out, put my list together, then plan it out based on the hockey schedule.
It's a bit of a calling card. It's a thing.
But I also, like, even, not hockey travel, like when we go away, I always plan, like when I went to Maine, I had a long list of spots that I wanted to try to get to. Breweries, restaurants, different things. All around food and beer, basically.
Food and beer.
That's what matters in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I will say this again. South Jersey is a brewery desert. Like there's not, like, there are a couple around, but I don't think they're very good. At least most people say they're not very good, so I'm not going to go there. But but and also a lot of them, the couple that were in the area that we were in, they didn't serve food. So like, if we're going to go somewhere,
Yeah, you gotta have food.
usually it's like a couple of us with with the players, kids, right?
Mhm.
So they need to eat. So it's if there's not food, then it's not going to work out.
Jersey's not state stores, right? They're not.
No, they're not, because
I didn't think so.
This beer that I got was from like a little, family run
It's like a little liquor store, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. That's so weird because, well, it's different for every state.
Yeah.
what you need to have a brewery or distillery on premises and stuff.
Right.
But
Right.
I don't know Jersey, nor do I care. I don't have much
Well,
affinity for the state.
Right. I'm not a huge fan. No.
Time out for just a second while we hear about our sponsors. We'll be right back.
You know the beautiful thing about being a sports fan? There's only like 2 days the whole year without a game. 2! With so much happening and so much action, that makes just about every day game day at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. It really couldn't be any easier. And if you're new to DraftKings, you gotta check this out. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-78-97777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligible restrictions apply. See terms and responsible gaming resources at dkng.co/base.
Beers in the Lot and the Hockey Podcast Network is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's back to school time, and it could also be time to reconnect with your own sense of wonder and desire to keep learning. Maybe it's a new hobby, an old pastime that you always wanted to perfect, or even new skills that would help you day to day. Therapy can help you rekindle that curiosity, because your back-to-school era can come at any age. Therapy isn't just for those who suffered trauma. With BetterHelp, you can learn many positive skills that will help you find your way to becoming the best version of yourself. So if you're considering therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's all online, so it's convenient and it's on your schedule. After a quick questionnaire, you'll get matched with a therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/THPN today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/THPN. So after we skated last night, actually, we were having, typical lot conversations, which was, there was a lot of that. There's a lot of beer cracks. And then in between those, just, it was the lot. The lot was great. It was hopping. We didn't have like a huge turnout, but I'd say like 90% stayed and had a beer. Like it was great. And one of the conversations was related to the fact that we haven't skated in like 2 months. Like a couple of guys were in the same boat as us. And one of the guys, he even said, like, I miss this when I don't get it. And it's because guys don't have this sort of thing. Like, guys don't have this sort of camaraderie in general. We have something very unique. And when we don't have it regularly, then it definitely, you more than miss it. It's almost like it's you've called it medicine before, John, I think. Like, you got to have your weekly dose or whatever. And I couldn't agree with him more, honestly. It's like just getting to hang out and spend an evening just bullshitting with the guys. It's therapeutic in so many ways. And yeah, the hockey's great, of course, but just being with the guys, it's great. I mean, am I the only one who feels this way? Come on, somebody help me out.
That's hockey in general. I mean,
yeah, it is in general. Yeah,
I play with 3 guys off and on, but D White, friend of the pod, and field reporter Ross. I've been playing hockey with them since middle school,
right?
And like a lot of people don't have that at all. Like, you get your get your family started, and like a lot of people go their separate ways. But I mean, just playing hockey, like we've been able to stay in touch with each other, and I mean, we still ride together like we're in high school. I mean, like we ride to the rink together, have a good time in the car. I mean, I've been playing with you guys since I was a senior in high school, and John was what? You were like a
in high school.
Yeah,
not middle school, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been playing with you guys, for a really long time too. I mean,
mentally still, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good point, Daniel. How often do you ride in a car with another dude that's like a friend? Like, calm down over there, John.
What?
Whoa, you're chuckling, but no, but like, how often does that happen? Like, you're not like having that car ride kind of bullshitting, just carrying on sort of situation, like at all, unless you're like, even with us, like, I mean, we get that when we go to tournaments and stuff, but I mean, besides, like riding to hockey when you live 45 minutes away, you don't really get that. And you're absolutely right, Dave. I didn't think about that before, but riding to hockey with the guys that's a thing in and of itself. Like you said, it's kind of like in high school. You'd ride to places in high school, but you don't do that as adults because everybody's got families and other shit going on. Like, it doesn't work out that way, but it's a thing in and of itself. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
It's two things, right? Like one is like a hockey thing. It's hockey specific. It's part of the culture and the community, right? Because it's so small and everybody's connected and all that. It's, you're part of it, so you have to go to it and you have to be a part of it, right? Right. There's there are sayings in other like communities. Like, I think about music scenes where there are sayings that, like, if you don't belong, don't belong. It's the same thing in hockey, right? If you don't belong, don't belong. Get out. But if you belong, be there, participate, be part of it. We always you guys were talking about guys were actually hanging out last night. We did a fair bit of complaining over the last year that guys had stopped hanging out after Sunday night. Again, if you don't belong, don't belong. Participate, be a part of the community, be a part of the culture, like, be a hockey player, be a hockey person. Right? That's the hockey aspect. The non-hockey thing that I've actually read a lot about over the last 4-ish years is the third place, right? So you have work and you have home. In the 100 years ago, there was a third place because everybody would go to the local watering hole or whatever the weekly gathering was somewhere, or the daily gathering was somewhere, right? Yeah, exactly.
One place where everybody knows your name.
There was a third place. But certain factors, and there's a lot that goes into it. Some of it's social media, some of it is the way that where people live and where they end up wanting to live is farther and farther away, population centers and all that kind of stuff. There's no third place anymore. There's, I don't have like, well, I don't know. Attaboy kind of is, but like, I don't have like a like there isn't a neighborhood bar. Like, I live in a suburban single family house, community. There's not, like, I can't just walk down 2 blocks and go to the local watering hole or deli or whatever it is and like hang out there. But the third place for us, right, is the lot and the rink, right? And we get to go there on a weekly basis, and we have that larger community, right? We have that third place. So I read about that a lot, like and have over the last, again, like 4 years. I think really because of like COVID and everything, but that concept is very interesting to me, and I think it directly applies to us. And there are studies about the third place and how it affects mental health, right? And folks that have that and they have that connection to community, they're in a much better place.
Yeah.
Because they're not just at home and work. Like that's not a good place to be, right? If you're able to go somewhere else, remove yourself from both of those environments and just interact with other people, like you're going to be much better off. And that's what it is for us. And I think for most hockey people, that's whether you're a player or like you're a fan that regularly attends games, or you're a parent that has to take your kids to that all the time, like that's your third place, right? And you're much better off for it.
Didn't somebody say last night that they didn't think that there was any other place like our lot? Who
Yes. So one of Mikey's friends actually, who I guess I think
it was one of the kids. I think it was one of the kids he coached.
Yeah, one of the kids he coached. I think. Yeah, he said something along the lines of like, "There's no place that's like this, like not even in other rinks. Like we don't. It just doesn't. It doesn't work the same way as it does in our lot for whatever reason." Yeah, that's
Well, like think about the location, right? It's somewhat unique how it's kind of tucked. We're gonna say some things that people aren't gonna really understand in an audio only format, but it's kind of out. We could try to describe it. It's kind of tucked back. It's a dead end road, right? Like the road goes back to the rink parking lot. It's tucked back there. The land sort of behind the lot is owned by a water treatment plant, which has
referred to lovingly as the shit plant.
Right. It has its own drawbacks, about this time of year when it's super hot out, right?
Depending on the wind.
Right. There's a major, divided road up at the top of the hill where the other end of the parking lot, or the other side of the parking lot, I guess you would say,
where nobody ever goes.
The north side of the parking lot.
Some do.
Yeah, we have to be careful with that. Yeah,
we're a little confused what happens there.
Tread lightly.
And then sort of like the southeast side of the parking lot, I guess, backs up to a sort of
river and
water
management
area, like a flood management, storm water management. I don't know what you would call it. So nothing is getting built around that. There's some other commercial buildings on when you're driving in, but it's tucked back in there. So if you're down in the corner of the lot, the sort of far corner, it's secluded, and we could have 60 people down there, and with a bunch of beers,
like a raucous party,
right? But we're not we're not bothering anybody. There's no residential even near the
our
place.
Trash away,
right? There are multiple huge dumpsters back there, right, that we throw all this stuff in, and we can grill out and have loud music and beers and talk and laugh and carry on, and it is unique.
To say that there's never been disputes between lot goers and the rink. I mean, there's been times where people have overstepped boundaries. And
mainly on our side, we'll just say it.
A lot of times on our side, we'll absolutely own that. And the rink will tell us, like, "Hey, you're doing too much out there. So let's tone it down a bit.
Right.
Let's not go overboard." And then we temper it a bit, and then we still have a good time. And we like Daniel was saying, we clean up. We're stewards of the area. We try to take care of it because it's our lot too. Like it belongs to the rink, but we go to it every week, and we want it to be clean. We want it to be a decent place to hang out. So, we take care of it too. We're not like out there just tearing shit up. So,
but like this, we don't want to be all trashed up for Adam. Adam the Fox.
Yeah, for the
yeah. There's
wildlife
back there.
Yeah.
Like this weekend, I'm at this rink in New Jersey, right? And it's a 2-sheet facility. It has a little bar and restaurant upstairs. It's got a pro shop. It's got all the stuff, right? But it's like on this. It's in a commercial area, but the parking lot's super tight. It's right on a main road. That local county's division of social services was right across the street. Like and they have signs everywhere that's like no loitering, no drinking out in the parking lot, like what. And I get it because you really couldn't, like you wouldn't want to be there because you're in the middle of everything. It wouldn't make any sense.
It doesn't feel right.
No, it would. I don't think it would be right. Like I don't think it would be right to do that there. Like it's like the location for us is like super unique,
I've never really thought about that, but you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Hey, I had my my Hagerstown team. We were the only team that would stay out there. It was kind of similar. I tried to get that instilled, and then there was a shooting, and then
I was gonna say,
and I was like, I'm not standing out here anymore. It was like at the park. I'm like, you know what? I don't think we should be standing out here.
Maybe this is why nobody's out here.
I'm going back to Frederick.
I was gonna say the parking lot up there is actually in a good spot to hang out because it is in the middle of the park. So at night,
in broad daylight.
Night, like right at night, like it would be quiet, and there's really not like all the houses are sort of towards like the front of the rink, but across a big soccer field, right? So like they're far away,
and
so you
woods.
could hang out there and have a good time and not bother anybody or whatever. But like you said, not the best area.
No. Yeah. Nope.
I want to go back to something that you were talking about before. It's kind of like relating to the third place or whatever. Something that occurred to me within the last, I don't know, a few weeks or so when I realized that, man, I've been hockey and like missing this. I'm missing hanging out with the guys. And if anything, I'm maybe a little bit more high strung, more stressed or whatever. This year has been a very busy year for me. Very busy.
No.
Right? I mean,
it was all within a week.
I was waiting for you to say that. That was great.
Most people, no big deal, have your third kid, move, have a big work project going on, all at the same time, kind of culminating in June. No big deal for most people. For me, that stressed me a tiny bit, but not as much as it might stress me if I didn't have hockey though.
Right.
And my coworker repeatedly throughout this entire year, like 6-7 months period or whatever this year, kept asking me, he kept saying, I don't know how you're doing it. How are you doing this? How are you not just stressed out of your mind?
Right.
And I didn't really have a good answer for him until, a couple weeks ago when I realized it's like, you know what? I haven't played hockey. I'm feeling a little bit more tense, feeling a little more stressed. That's how. It's hockey, and going to hockey and hanging out with the guys just kind of resets me every week and brings me back to a level,
just below stress level.
Yeah, just below stress level that you would be at with 3 kids and moving and all that. So that's how I have an answer for him because I didn't realize it until recently. But it levels you off.
It does.
It's great. It's medicine. It's the best medicine.
It's for multiple reasons, right? Like there's the physical aspect of it, which, that's scientifically proven. Like it helps your mental state. there's the social
Interesting
aspect.
heart rate.
Yeah, it does. And it's the social aspect of it, where you're getting that interaction with a community, which is so important for people, right?
Cure for male loneliness.
Exactly. Well, right, exactly. Like the meme,
right.
right? Like, but it's true. Like it really
Yeah.
is. Like you got to find that,
Yep.
And so
We found it. It's here.
and I try.
It's in the
like,
lot.
I try, and like the group that we're with now with the kids team, like they get it because it really is all about like the community, and it's awesome. But on previous teams that I've worked with and that my son's played on, they haven't all got it, and it kind of, it kind of doesn't work unless everybody's like bought into it, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, it also starts from the top down, though, right? You have another OFBGer that you're coaching with, so that helps.
Yes,
a bit, right?
yes, yeah. So like the culture's already instilled, right? But like I've always, even going back to like 8 and unders, like I always talk to the kids about like, your teammates now are gonna be your teammates for the rest of your life. Like you don't understand what that means now, but when you're done at 20, 21, 22, 23, and now you're going to play adult league, beer league, whatever, like you're going to be playing with the same people. You're playing with the same people. Sorry, you're going to be. So
How it is.
Right, and you don't get it now, but that's how it is. Like.
It's true. All right. Well, you made it to the outro. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We always enjoy making them. And if you did enjoy it, please give us a subscribe, a like, a follow, a rating, a review. Any engagement at all helps us out if you got a second for it. But either way, we appreciate your listen, and we hope you'll join us again next week. Our new episodes drop on Wednesday. So until then, we'll see you.